the post-purchase ask. A simple system for collecting testimonials every time you sell. Stop hoping happy customers will speak up. Build a 5-minute system that asks at the exact moment they're most delighted. Every creator who's sold anything has the same folder of screenshots. A DM that says, "This changed how I plan my week." A comment under a post. A voice memo someone sent unprompted at 11 p.m. because your ebook actually worked. You save these because they're gold, and then you never systematically collect more of them. You just wait for the next one to fall in your lap. Meanwhile, the other 95% of happy buyers close the tab, use the product, get real value from it, and say nothing at all. Not because they don't feel it, but because nobody ever asked. Testimonials aren't rare. Asking for them on purpose is. Why the ask later habit quietly fails. Most creators who do ask for testimonials do it the hard way. A quarterly email blast to the whole list, or a nervous DM to a customer months after they bought, opening with something like, "Hey, sorry to bother you, but if you have a minute." By then, the buyer has moved on. The emotional high of finishing a course module or opening a freshly downloaded template pack has faded into ordinary life, and what's left is a vague, low-priority request competing with everything else in their inbox. Response rates on this kind of ask are brutal, often under 5%, and the replies that do come back tend to be short and generic because the specific, vivid details of the experience aren't fresh anymore. The problem isn't that customers don't like you. It's that you asked at the wrong moment. The golden window, right after delivery. There's a narrow window, roughly the first hour to the first few days after a purchase, when a buyer is at peak enthusiasm. They just paid money, made a decision, and got instant confirmation that the decision worked. The download appeared on screen, the email landed, the course unlocked. That immediate, friction-free delivery moment is exactly what store.fan is built to create. The buyer pays, and a secure download link, or course access, or meeting link, shows up on screen and in their inbox within seconds. No waiting, no check back in 24 hours. That instant reward is precisely the emotional peak you want to attach a testimonial ask to, because it's the moment they're most likely to feel and say something genuine about the experience. Timing beats wording. A clumsy ask sent at the right moment will outperform a beautifully written ask sent at the wrong one. Fix your timing first. Build the 5-minute system. You don't need software, a survey tool, or a funnel. You need one short message, attached to one reliable trigger, sent through one channel you already have open. Here's the version that takes about 5 minutes to set up once and then runs itself. Pick your trigger moment. For a digital download, that's the delivery email itself. For a course, it's a short check-in after the first module or two, once someone has actually used it. For a coaching call, it's the hour right after the call ends, while the conversation is still fresh. Not a form. Skip multi-question surveys. Ask something like, "If this helped, would you send me one sentence on what clicked for you? I'd love to feature it." One sentence is a request people actually finish. Make replying the path of least resistance. A reply to this email, or a message through your Ahrefs support, store's built-in inbox beats sending someone to a separate form they have to open, log into, or download an app for. Say exactly what happens with it. Tell them you might feature their words on your storefront or in a post. Most people are flattered, not annoyed, but only if you're upfront instead of quietly screenshotting a private DM. Follow up once gently. If there's no reply in about a week, one soft nudge is fine. More than that starts to feel like pressure, and pressure kills sincerity. Where to actually attach the ask? The easiest version lives inside the delivery moment itself. A short line at the bottom of your product description or a follow-up broadcast you send to recent buyers. If you're running a course with multiple lessons, a well-timed campaign email a few days after purchase. sent to just that segment of buyers, works better than a blanket blast to your whole list, because it's relevant to exactly the people who are far enough in to have an opinion worth sharing. Put the testimonials somewhere they actually work. A testimonial saved in your Notes app does nothing. A testimonial on your storefront does active selling work every single hour. To every new visitor who lands on your page from a bio link, your store. Fan Store Designer lets you add content blocks specifically for this. Pull a real quote onto your page near the product it's praising, and you've turned one happy customer's 5 seconds of typing into a permanent trust signal for every stranger who shows up after them. This is the whole logic behind social proof. People trust other buyers more than they trust your own marketing copy, no matter how good that copy is. A testimonial you never ask for is a sale you never get the benefit of twice. Choose one trigger moment per product type: delivery, first lesson, post-call. Draft a single one-sentence ask, no multi-question forms. Attach it to something you already send: delivery email, a short campaign, or an inbox follow-up. State clearly that you may feature their words publicly. Collect replies in one place you'll actually revisit weekly. Add the strongest 2-3 quotes to your storefront using content blocks. Rotate in fresh quotes every few weeks so your page doesn't go stale. Send one gentle follow-up after about a week for no replies, then let it go. Handling the awkward parts. 2 things stop creators from doing this consistently: feeling like a bother, and not knowing what to do with a mediocre or lukewarm response. On the first, you already delivered real value. Asking someone to spend 15 seconds acknowledging that is not an imposition, especially when you make it this easy and this optional. On the second, not every reply needs to become a public quote. A flat "it was good, thanks" is fine to keep private. It still tells you the delivery moment is working. Save your storefront real estate for the specific, enthusiastic ones. And don't feel obligated to publish everything you collect. FAQ. See it in action. Want to see how testimonials and product blocks look assembled on a real page? Browse a live example store for layout ideas before you build your own. Why this compounds over time. The real payoff isn't the first testimonial, it's the 40th. Once asking becomes an automatic step attached to your delivery flow instead of a special favor you occasionally remember to request, your storefront accumulates proof continuously in the background without extra effort each time. New visitors arriving from a bio link don't just see your product description. They see a page that clearly has real buyers behind it, which is one of the strongest levers you have for turning browsers into buyers. Pair this with a pro plan, and it's 0% platform fees, and every testimonial-driven sale keeps more of what it earns, which is exactly the kind of compounding worth setting up once and running forever. None of this requires a big campaign or a redesigned funnel. It requires one sentence, sent at the right moment, attached to a delivery flow you already have running. If you haven't yet, create your store, connect your products, and build this 5-minute habit in from day one. It's far easier to bake in now than to retrofit after 100 sales have already come and gone without a word collected. For more tactics like this on turning ordinary transactions into growth engines, check out the blog. And if you ever get stuck setting up content blocks or campaigns, contact support. Someone will actually answer. Key takeaways. The best time to ask for a testimonial is minutes after delivery, while excitement is highest, not weeks later in a random email blast. A one-line, low-effort ask converts far better than a long form. Make replying easier than ignoring. Your instant download course, Booking Confirmation, is a built-in trigger point. Use it instead of a separate follow-up you'll forget to send. Testimonials belong on your storefront, not just in a screenshots folder. They do active selling work every time a new visitor lands. A rotating low-friction ask, not a one-time push, is what actually builds a testimonial library over months. not a single lucky week. Start your creator store, free, at store.fan.